This is Miss Mallory coming at you from my house. It's bedtime story time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We had such a fun time today on our Zoom classes. We had our Zoom music and movement class at 10:45. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And our 1 p.m. class with Miss Sammy. That was so much fun, Sensory Studio. Now don't forget, tomorrow is our live music and movement class. It's going to be through our Facebook channel. So friends, if you guys were missing Miss Mallory this week, I missed you too. We're going to have our live class at 10:45. I'm so excited. Let's get ready to read one of my favorite books, Love You Forever. So if you have somebody that you love, love, love forever and always, this is a great story to read with them. Let's get ready to sing our welcome song. Let's sing. Welcome, friends. We're here again with big smiles and big dreams. We're gonna play and we're gonna sing, for who knows what this day might bring. For let's get our bedtime binoculars out and say, little explorers, tiptoe feet. Little explorers, let's look. Little explorers having great big fun. Bedtime binoculars, ready? Little explorers, tiptoe. Little explorers, let's look. Little explorers having great big fun. Beautiful job. Now families, if your little one is watching and you want Miss Mallory to say good night to them, could you go ahead and drop your name below so that I can say good night to all my friends as they snuggle up with their favorite big adults and they snuggle up with their blankets and get out their stuffies. Are you guys ready to read? Let's get going. Love You Forever by Robert Munsch. This is a good one. Now my challenge for Miss Mallory is, am I going to get through this entire book without crying? We will see. Rory says no. We'll find out. Look at this mommy and her beautiful baby. A new mother held her new baby very slowly and rocked him. Let's pretend like we're rocking a baby. Back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Now adults, do you have your own way of singing that song? I'm always curious. Look at that beautiful baby. And just like babies do, that baby grew and he grew and he grew. Are you guys growing out there a little bigger every single day? And he grew until he was 2 years old. Can you guys show me 2 fingers? 2 years old. And he ran all around the house. And he pulled all the books off the shelves. And he pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. What? Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. Look at that crazy kid in there. We would never do any of those things, would we? No, we would not. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, the mommy, look, she's speaking right here. She opened up the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed. Can you peek with me? And if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him. Get out your rocking arms and say, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Does that mommy love the baby when she's sleeping? Parents, do you ever peek in on your cute little one when they're all settled down and not squiggling and moving around anymore? Just to see them? They're pretty cute, aren't they? And the little boy grew. Are you guys growing? Show me how you grew. And he grew, and he grew, and he grew until he was 9 years old. Miss Mallory has a 9-year-old. And he never wanted to come home for dinner, and he never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he said things he wasn't supposed to. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. She would never do that. And neither would our 9-year-old, would they? Look at it. Look at how messy he looks. Oh, my gravy. But at at nighttime, when he was asleep, can you pretend like you're asleep? The mother quietly opened up the door to his floor, crawled across the floor, looked over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy, look, and rocked him. Let's do our rocking arms. Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Look at that silly cat. I always like to find where the kitty cat is in this book too. I still hold my 9-year-old girl, even though we just found out she's 4'11". That girl doesn't stop growing. Just like this boy, he grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. Can you grow with me, friends? Until he was a teenager. Yikes! He had strange friends and wore strange clothes and listened to strange music, and sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. Oh my goodness, you guys will never be teenagers, will you? You'll be babies forever. But at nighttime, that teenager was asleep. Mother opened up the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. And if that great big boy was really asleep, she rocked him, rocking arms, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Look at that kitty cat still sleeping with the boy. It's a little bit trickier to rock a teenager, isn't it? And that teenager grew. Let's grow, friends. And he grew and he grew and he grew until he was a grown-up man. And he left home and got a house across town. Are you guys going to grow up and be adults one day? Wow. But sometimes on really dark nights, the mother got in her car and drove across town. What on earth is she doing with a ladder on top of her car? Oh my goodness, it's nighttime. And if all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened up the door to his window, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. And if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up. Let's rock him. Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Does that look like a baby to you? He's a very, very big baby. And he's got a new little kitten. I promised my children I will never do this to them. Well, that mother, she got older and older and older. And one day she called up her son and said, you better come see me because I'm not feeling super great. So her son came to see her. And when he came to the door, she tried to sing the song, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. But she couldn't quite finish because she was feeling tired. So the son went over to his mother. He picked her up and he rocked her, ready? Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And he sang the song. I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. Aw, does he love his mommy so much? I promise I'm not crying. Are you guys crying? I'm not crying. Oh, I want to show you. Look at all the pictures she has of hanging up in her house. That's him as a baby and a teenager and a grown-up man. Oh my goodness. So when the son came home that night, he stood a long time at the top of the stairs. He's just thinking. Then he went into the room where his brand new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and slowly rocked her. Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while he rocked her, what did he sing? I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Does he have his own baby now? Oh, and he loves his baby girl so, so much. Now, babies, can you find your adult in the room? They might be crying right now. So can you go find them and give them a big cuddle, arms big and wide, and give them a big hug and say, I love you. Hi, Haley. Thank you so much for watching. Mr. David, do you like this book too? Do you cry every time you read it? It's hard to get through it. You heard Miss Mallory's voice cracking a little bit. Hi, Rowan. I'm going to say good night to you. Good night to Danny and Savvy. And good night, Outie. And good night, Miss Kim. Calvin, good night. Sweet dreams. Good night, Miss Heather and May Brianne. I love you guys so, so much. Let's get ready to sing our good night song. Let's sing it kind of quietly. And instead of goodbye, we sing good night. Ready? We sing, good night, friends. We've reached the end. And what a time it's been. Thank you. So keep on smiling and don't forget to dream. For who knows what tomorrow brings. Let's put our bedtime binoculars on. Ready? Little explorers, tiptoe feet. Little explorers, big yawn. Ooh, little explorers having great big fun. Bedtime binoculars. Ready? Little explorers, tiptoe feet. Little explorers, let's look and yawn. Oh, little explorers having great big fun. Good night, Emma. Sweet dreams. Good night, Lily and Caleb and Isabel. I love you guys. Now don't forget to tune in tomorrow to our Facebook page for our live music and movement class. And for all of our members, don't forget to follow the link to sign up for your Pike 13 account to do our Zoom classes. Good night, friends. And be well. Mwah. Love you.